So Austin House is located in Elwood. It has a very fortunate story. Is about after 104 years, the new owners, with their solid understanding of the embedded values of the site, they took their role in their stride and embarked on a site remodeling journey with the aim of bringing back to life the Edwardian values of the site. The house at 6 Austin Avenue is a single-story late Edwardian weatherboard villa with a terracotta tiled roof and a double-fronted asymmetrical facade with return veranda. It was erected in late 1914 for accountant James Bruce Lake as the first house in the street. James Lake's occupation of his weatherboard house was long-lived, ending only after his death in 1966. His wife Hilda continued to live in the house until her death in 1980, followed by their son, who also lived in the house until 2019, and making the ending of 104-year inhabitancy of the dwelling by Lake family with the new owners buying the property in 2019. The house was not only the first dwelling to be built in Austin Avenue, and this is a significant component of its heritage overlay, but now the following post-war redevelopment remain the most, with the post-war redevelopment remains the most intact of the few surviving original houses in the street. Architecturally, the house is significant as a prominent element in the streetscape, otherwise overwhelmed by the post-war flats and red brick duplexes. It is distinguished by its high level of external integrity and its interesting detailing occurring within circular windows, the eaves, return veranda, and corner windows and various Edwardian details. Evissa was commissioned to undertake the architectural service in 2019, and later in 2020 and 2021 was appointed as a domestic builder to undertake the refurbishment of the works around the existing dwelling and erect the new rear extension. Evissa had a dual role, one as an architect and one as early contractor involvement. The design response was, as well as the budget, were brought into early days design meetings, and through a cross-disciplinary collaboration, we were able to appropriately inform our brief. The cultural significance of the existing Edwardian house is embodied in the place itself, in its fabric and its setting. The site provides a deep and inspirational sense of connection with the community and landscape, starting from the past towards the lived experiences. The irreplaceable and precious presence of the Edwardian style as an important expression of Australian identity reveals a footprint of the past and how this has shaped the present. The contemporary edition is representative of its time, and it's got a strong dialogue with the Edwardian values, and we're bringing a clear demarcation between the two different centuries. While structural updates, material refurbishment, and well-insulating levels were achieved, we were able to preserve the authenticity of the building fabric. Early days planning, we decided to remove the lean-to addition and introduce a new ensuite within the new section of the house. The double orientation of the site provides an excellent opportunity to achieve a low-density redevelopment using a layered and detailed and textured architectural response, and the staggered visual and physical perception of spaces. From the public footpath to the semi-private front garden to the semi-public front garden, I should say, to the semi-private swimming pool, and to the privacy of the internal spaces in the rear courtyard, the project aims to attain an adequate level of visual interaction with the community and a comfortable space for its inhabitants. During the construction of the existing house, the refurbishment of the existing house, we have re-stumped and re-leveled the whole structural component of the house. The walls and floors and ceilings of the existing house were fully insulated. We have found existing Baltic pine covered underneath of an old carpet. Those floorboards were removed initially and then relaid and re-leveled. The weatherboards were actually numbered and reinstalled in their original location. Terracotta roof tiles could not be saved, and they were fully removed and replaced with matching material. The building fabric of the two-story addition was delivered using modular technology, the structural insulated panels, for the purpose of reducing the construction waste and the building times. Little did we knew that the COVID-19 was going to blow away our construction times. And significant attention to details was maintained and sought both during the design stage and construction. And we've tried to create a strong dialogue between the existing and reinstated Edwardian details and the contemporary shapes.
1 minute remaining.
The helical stele is a good example of this kind, followed by a variety of vertical and horizontal arches and quarter arches. We're pleased to see the skilled plasterer taking pride of his curved handcrafted balustrade. The overarching sustainable ideas were extracted from the passive house design principles, aiming to achieve a comfortable environment and a good indoor air quality levels. While the heritage component took precedence over the building science technicality, we were able to achieve continuous insulating levels, well-performing double glazed windows within the new section of the house, cross ventilation through natural and mechanical. That means no thermal bridges, increased air tightness levels, the use of solar passive strategies, low volatile organic components.